Hi friend, this is Santosh. Welcome to the Velocity tutorial. In this video, I'm going to explain about action block. Let's see what is action block in Omni Studio. Here, mainly action block is used to run multiple action in asynchronous mode. Here, in action block, if we can place whatever the actions we want to perform in the Omni script, like data raptors and integration procedures, we can place into this action block so that it will run asynchronously in different modes. We have like three different modes to run this action block, like default, non-blocking, and fire and forget. Here default is like equal to if the action is executing out of the action block or inside the action block, it is equal when we select the default as a mode. And coming to the non-blocking, it will run the action asynchronously and the response will be returned to the Omni script. And fire and forget, it is mainly, it's purely asynchronous, and when it will execute the actions and it won't return any response from the action elements. Now let's see how we are going to do in the on the org. See, I have created two steps, one step and this is second step. When I preview, when there is no action in between the steps, no, when I preview this one, when I preview this one, when I preview this one, like if I click on next, then it will be coming immediately. When there is a action in between the two steps, then it will take some time. Let's see how to add an action. Like I'm adding an action block here. Here in action block, I'm taking these are the invoke mode. We have three different invoke modes: default, non-blocking, and fire and forget. I'll show how to do that. First, we'll drag and drop data raptors. I'm using extract data raptor. This is also an action. I'm taking two extract data raptors. One is to get the contacts. One is to get the contract. I'm placing this contract. I need to pass ID here as an filter value. Whatever the value it is present on the data raptor, I need to give that data raptor here. And for this as well, I'm taking another IP. I need to pass some ID so that it will good. Now actually I have already created one set values where I am storing the IDs of DR1 and DR2. Like when this is the ID of the contract and this is the ID of the contract similarly. So I'm passing this thing to this data raptor, so this will be executed like however I have passed here. Similarly I'm going to pass from here. If you want to if you want to see how we are passing the data raptors input, you can see my previous video so that you will get how to pass that values. Now I'm passing this dr1 variable from set values and dr2 I'm passing because I have already set this set in the set values. See, I have set this in the set values. Now let's run this in the suppose I have chosen the mode as a default mode equal to it's like a normal. It will execute as it is in the out as it is in the Omni script. That means out of the action blocks how it will execute, similarly it will execute. See, when I click on next, it will go to the second step and it will take time to see it took time. Now now let's take an this invoke mode as a non-blocking. It will actually, what it will do, it will return the JSON. See here, JSON has returned like this. It will return the JSON, but it will run asynchronously. If you observe, see, when there is no action, no, it will come within a second to step 2. Similarly, it will do the same for asynchronous, and it will show this JSON. See, it came within a second, and the JSON has created after that. After entering to the step 2, it has created the JSON. That means it ran asynchronously, but showing the JSON here. And if we try with fire and forget, it will execute, but there won't be any JSON. It will forget the response. Actually here what they're trying to say, they will forget the response. See, when I click here, I won't get any response, but it will go. See, dr1, dr2, these are the values from their set values, but not the data wrapper. See, there is no response, but it will be executed. You can also see like in the action debugger, like if we clear this, then I'll go to previous and I'll click on next. It will come to the next, and after that it is executed. After that, after coming to the step 2, no, then it executed. The limitations for this action block is like it will only accept only 4 data wrappers, 4 actions, I can say. Suppose if I'm placing one more data wrapper, if I copy one more data wrapper and also one more data wrapper, that means this action block contains now 4 actions. This is the maximum actions we can provide. Suppose if we want to place extra thing, it won't allow. See, it is showing suggestion out of the action block, but not inside the action block. See, if I want to place, if I leave it, no, then it will go outside the action block. See, it went to outside the action block. That only 4 is the limitation here in the action block. And also whatever here we have invoke modes like fire and forget and non-blocking. The limitations for this fire and forget and non-blocking is it won't accept like large attachments. Like suppose if you want to use PDF actions with large attachments, it won't like support, it won't execute in this mode, invoke mode. It won't consider large attachments. Non-blocking and fire and forget will not like consider or support large attachments. And remaining things all are same like other components. Like if you want to override, we can use LWC, like its internal nodes and conditional view. You can see the for all the elements how the conditional view is there. We can see here, and these all are set values, whatever I have created here. Set values to map the to trigger the data wrappers, I have used this set values. If you have like any doubts, you can comment in the comment section, so I will be replying that. And please subscribe to my channel. In future I am definitely going to make a lot of videos. Thanks.